Hello guys, and welcome to another in-depth review here on N&T Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, and I am back after taking about a month break. My schedule's been super busy and I haven't been able to film, but here's another video for you guys, and this is on the 2017 Buick Encore in the preferred trim level. Now for 2017, Buick gave this a really nice refresh, and we'll go ahead and take a look at all the features in this video. Now before we get started, I'd like to give a big thanks out to Ingersoll Buick GMC in Watertown, Connecticut for allowing us to check out the car in today's video. Now if you're interested in purchasing any Buick or GMC, go ahead and check out the description box where all this dealer's contact information can be found. Now this car does have a couple of options added onto the price tag of it. The vehicle's color is an option, and also it does have all-weather front and rear floor mats. Now coming around to the side of the vehicle, our wheelbase stands at 100.6 inches, and this color is called graphite gray metallic, and again it is an optional color. Now looking at the rear profile of this car, front wheel drive does come standard, while all-wheel drive is a $1,500 option on all trim levels except for the base. Okay, so now let's start getting into detail. First up here with the headlights. Now a high and low beams consist of reflector halogen bulbs right here and here, and then you have a really nice LED daytime running light as well as LED turn signals. On upper trims you will get fog lights, but you have a really nice sport trim there on the bottom. Really nice new Buick grille that we saw on the new LaCrosse. The tricolor emblem is back as well. Now moving over here to the side, we have 18-inch rims, and you have this sort of alloy color and then sort of darker gray pockets over here. And the tires measure 215/55. Up front, you also have ventilated disc brakes. You have some nice chrome accents going down the bottom of the windows there. LED turn signals on your folding mirrors. You also have a chrome door handle with your smart key access system as well as a keyhole there. And we will get into that smart key access system a little bit later in the video. Notice this car has your OnStar and 4G LTE Wi-Fi inside. Same chrome door handles and smart key access on the back. You have some nice sporty roof rails up top. You have an antenna as well. Really nice design for the rear taillights. It's a combination of LED and normal bulbs. You see you have the sport bumper trim on the back here as well. Some nice chrome accents. You have a nice little third wiper there. You also have your backup camera down here and the trunk release. And a single chrome exhaust outlet at the back there. So that basically sums it up for the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood. So, standard on all trim levels is this 1.4-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, producing 138 horsepower between 4,900 and 6,000 RPM, and 148 pound-feet of torque between 1,850 and 4,900 RPM. So you can actually see some engine in there. There's just a small engine cover. It does take 530 oil. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at the powertrain of this car, let's go ahead and check out the inside, but not before checking out the smart key access system like I told you earlier. Now the way the system works is you have to have the keys on you, or near the vehicle rather, in order for the system to work. So how you do this is, if you want to lock the car, you press this button here and all the doors will lock. If you want to get back in the car, press it again, the doors will unlock. Press it one more time, all 4 doors will unlock. And on this particular model, opening the door reveals an ebony cloth interior. Very nice redesign for the update in 2017 for this car. Now I do apologize, this car is fresh off the truck. It has some plastic on it, like here and there, so mind that. Now up here you have some nice soft touch sort of leather material. You have even softer touch things right here on the door rest. You have window controls, mirror controls, chrome door handle. You have these really nice gray accents here that almost match the paint of the exterior here. You have some storage pockets here and here. And you also have a speaker on the door. And I believe there is 6 speakers on this car. You have the nice Buick threshold right here. And you have some nice cloth seats there. You have the cloth material in the center, then you have a leatherette on the side, and you have some nice stitching as well. 6-way powered seats and 2-way lumbar on this particular car. So on the left of the dash, you have some more of that gray accent. You have a gauge dimmer here. You also have your automatic lighting controls. Little storage pocket. It's actually a rather large storage pocket. Hood release like you saw earlier. You have a nice dead pedal there. You also have your pedals. And you also have a tilt steering wheel. By releasing that, you can tilt it up and down. So now let's go ahead and check out the updated interior of the Buick Encore. Now here's the key design for the vehicle. You have the lock, unlock, and panic alarm right here. On the back there's not much there, but this is the new key fob that Buick is starting to use on all their cars. Very nice looking key fob. So all you have to do to start is put your foot on the brake and hit the dash mounted start button. The turbocharged engine will come to life. And hopefully we have enough fuel to do the rest of this review. Okay, so we could go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel first. It is nicely leather wrapped, and you have some grip bolsters right here as well as some stitching. Now over here you have your cruise control settings, and you have some nice metallic accents going all the way around the airbag cover. Nice chrome Buick emblem right there. You also have all of your media controls, media volume, as well as your Bluetooth telephone and voice commands. Now behind the steering wheel you have a couple of stalks. This one housing your high beams as well as your blinkers. And a little bit of controls for the little screen there in the middle. You also have front and rear wiper controls over here. Now the gauges up here are very nice. Very simple but very nice. You have your RPM gauge, fuel, it's very low right now, temperature as well as your speedometer, and then you have a really nice little information screen in the middle that'll display all kinds of stuff like tire pressure, oil life. It'll also give you mileage and everything like that. And everything is also nicely surrounded in chrome as well. Nice quality dash. It is pretty soft to the touch. And down here is the new screen that Buick uses for their new Encore. The older Encore, if you remember, was one of our first videos. We did a sport touring. The screen was all the way up here. It wasn't touch screen, and it was kind of hard to get at, kind of hard to use. But now they have the new updated IntelliLink system, which is very nice. So we could go ahead and go through some of the basic features. This is your media screen. You have all your presets at the bottom. Phone screen. You can go ahead and pair up your phone. All your contacts will sync and everything. Projection has to do with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. You have OnStar navigation, your settings. I'm just going to go ahead and go through the menus there. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to see anything more. You have text, OnStar, shop, and you also have your all your presets down at the bottom if you just click that little up arrow right there. Now, really nice screen. It almost looks like it doesn't have a frame. All accented in chrome, very nice. You have some sort of dark accents, high gloss accents at the bottom. You have a home button. You also have skip for the radio and your volume on off, as well as a back button. Now up here we'll always have the time and the exterior temperature. It is pretty cold out here. It's just starting to snow, so hopefully that'll stay away from us. So down here we have a single zone climate control. Of course, a dual zone I believe is available. You have all of your different zones right here. Temperature, recycling, AC, front and rear defrost, and your fan speed. Also have your hazards button right there. Traction control off, passenger airbag off. And behind the gear selector you have a little storage tray right there, very nice. It goes in quite a ways, and you have a rubber mat there. It looks like you could put your phone there. And in there, I'm not sure if you could see, but you have 2 USBs, an auxiliary inlet, and a 12-volt power outlet. Now down here is the gear selector for your 6-speed automatic transmission. You can shift it manually via these 2 buttons right there on top. Shift boot has a really nice texture to it. There's a little bit of plastic on it, but it's got the high gloss trim there. So if you go ahead and put it into reverse, your backup camera shows up with guidance lines that turn as you turn the steering wheel. And you can also put it into manual mode if you want to cycle through the gear ratios there. So pretty nice gear selector there. Coming down here you have a couple of cup holders. Manual parking brake, very nice to see with an unlock right up here. I'm not a big fan of the electronic parking brakes, but you do have a little armrest that kind of folds up right here. But you will have to share it with the passenger. You have a little storage tray that closes up like so. To put your gloves on a nice cold day like today. Very nice design for the passenger space right here. You have some nice stitching, sort of a leather material right here. Now coming up here, you have a rear view mirror with our OnStar and SOS controls. Up here you have a bunch of lighting controls. Sun visor with a couple of lights and a mirror and a grab handle. So very nice overall update for this car. Very impressive for such a small car. You actually have quite a bit of room in here. I was surprised at what a sort of narrow looking car this is. You have a lot of interior room. So now let's go ahead and check out the rear portion of the car. Go ahead and save them some gas. Now again, there is some plastic covering on the seats, but I tried to take a little bit of it off so you could see the texture of the seats. Really nice door right here. The plastic comes up nicely, so it gives the windows a nice chopped look. You have some nice padding right here on the door rest. You have a couple of cup holders, a speaker there, or cup holders, a couple of storage trays rather. Chrome door handle, and you have some nice high gloss accents. Now here's a seat design. It is a bench seat back here. You have some nice leatherette trim and the cloth in the middle. And again, this car is fresh off the truck, so it has plastic all over the place. But you can kind of see in there, you have a nice leather headrest that goes up and down. You have storage on the back of the seats. And I'm going to go ahead and get in and see how much room I have. Now sitting behind myself, I'm 5'10". I have a couple of inches of legroom. And it's really not too bad back here. You have a light. You have some coat hooks and a handle. Very small drivetrain hump. Also have a armrest with a couple of cup holders. It is leatherette padding there. You have some nice stitching there, and these seats, I believe they do fold down to give you more cargo room. And the front interior overview, I really like this new interior of this car. But now let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. Another thing, entry and exit from the back seat is very easy because the back seat is very high off the ground. So the passenger door is much like the driver's. We have lock unlock as well as a window switch. Nice Buick threshold again. And the passenger seat is manually adjusting. Looks like you have recline and back and forth, so probably 4-way. But very nicely designed seats. And in the glove box here, you have an alright amount of storage. Fits your driver's manual and all kinds of stuff in there. But very nice interior nonetheless. But now let's go ahead and check out the trunk. So opening a trunk is as easy as locating this little electronic release right here. And you can kind of lift it up halfway and the shocks will give it a boost and put it up the rest of the way. Now you have some hooks right here, and you do have 18.8 cubic feet of storage behind the rear seats. Now again, they can be folded down. And right here you find the vehicle's all-weather floor mats. Under here you have a spare tire. And you could also use some of that space for storage as well. You have some cargo tie-downs. And a nice light over here as well. You also have a cargo shade right here, so keeps people from looking in on your groceries and stuff. Now fuel mileage for this Encore comes in at 24 city and 30 on the highway, not bad. And you do have a 14-gallon fuel tank. You have a nice place right there to hang the tether so the gas cap doesn't drag across your nice metallic paint. Now that pretty much wraps it up for this review of the 2017 Buick Encore in the preferred trim level. Hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you enjoyed this in-depth review.